I want to thank Jean and Alicia for the coupons. I just sat here and went through them all. Jean sent me just lots of random coupons, but normal coupons, I guess you would clip out of the paper. And then Alicia sent me box tops, actually for Ashley, so thank you very much. Box tops, but she also sent me some Kroger coupons. So thank you very, very much. And we will definitely use a lot of them. So I appreciate it very much. I wanted to ask you all if you ever do this. I watched today on YouTube, I watched a organizational video. And anytime I watch these kinds of videos, like if I watch, you can watch on YouTube episodes of Obsessive Compulsive Cleaners. Best show ever. Anyway, anytime I'm sitting there watching these, I'm thinking, I need to clean something. I just get that itch to where I need to clean something. So today I watched an organizational video, which I really, really enjoyed. And in last week's vlog, I had just cleaned out the cat's back there. I had just cleaned out, I went through our drawers, I went through the closet, I went through all that and got all, I had a pile of clothes. And I could have filmed it. I think you all would have been bored though. And there wasn't enough, like the person I watched do it had a lot of stuff to go through. I had stuff, but it wasn't like as much as this person did. So that's why I didn't show it. But after I watched that video, I went through our DVDs and looked through those to see if there's any I could get rid of. And then I went in the kitchen and I went through the junk drawer in the kitchen. And then I got up in the cabinet and I went through all like one section of cabinets is baking stuff and like flour and sugar and spices and just all kinds of stuff. Various like nuts, like walnuts and things like that. So I went through that whole section and looked through all the dates, looked through the dates on spices, the dates on like not regular flour, but like almond flour and stuff like that that we very rarely use. And so anyway, I was able to get rid of some of the stuff in there. I went through the junk drawer there, meaning junk food drawer. And believe it or not, there wasn't that much in there to throw away. The stuff in the junk food drawer I primarily want to keep. But then just random things. I went through all the cabinets with the food and looked through those, and then I started looking through like cups or just various things in the kitchen. And what else? Oh, then I went in the bathroom and I went through. And even if I didn't get rid of anything, which I don't think I got rid of anything in the bathroom, I organized it. So actually I did throw away some stuff. I threw away, I had kept the lids to some candles because sometimes when you buy them at Bath & Body now, they don't have a lid, or for a little while they didn't have a lid anyway. And so I kept some extra lids just in case I bought one of those. And so I got rid of some of those. But even though I didn't throw a lot away out of there, I was still able to organize it all. And like it seems like there's probably 20 containers full of lotion up there. And so I was able to kind of put those in some order of how I want to use them and stuff like that. There's Kevin. Kevin, today at work, he got to drive the van. They were having this conference at school, and I guess people would park at one campus, and then he would pick them up and take them to the other campus on the van. And so that was an adventure because he picked the van up in our county, because they have a school in our county, a branch. Yeah. And so he picked the van up here this morning, And so he drove it over, and then he drove it all day long, and then brought it back. And he said he did not care for driving that van at all. He said the steering was really loose on it.
Dangerous.
Yeah, dangerous. That's nice that the school van is dangerous. And, well, and
I guess if you got used to it, you'd be okay.
He said people had a hard time getting up into it too.
The big van.
Yeah.
Like a construction van, like a work van.
Yeah, so it's hard for, you know, especially for elderly people to get in and out of that thing. It would be difficult. So anyway, I just wanted to ask you all, when you watch organizational videos like that, do you get the urge to purge? And what I watched today, I should be more specific. It wasn't really an organizational video. It was a purging video. So, and in that case, I always think, you know, I have way too much stuff, and normally I'm able to throw some stuff out. And so today was one of those days where I was able to not throw things away, but like get a bag together for somebody else to give to somebody else to use. So I just wondered if any of you all were like that too. But anyway, and thank you again, Alicia and Jean. I appreciate the coupons and box tops. I showed you all these during a What I Ate Wednesday video, but I didn't like show you actually how I do it. So I just thought I would show you real quick here. These are the boneless pork tenderloins that we buy, and I always get boneless. If I'm gonna buy pork chops at the store, I always get boneless, just because you're paying for that bone. You know, they're weighing the pork chop with the bone, and so it's just, to me, it just makes more sense money-wise to buy it without the bone. But I've put oil in my pan here, my frying pan. I use vegetable oil. But I have it turned on, and it's not heated up quite yet, but it doesn't matter. But these, I really like these because you can take these straight out of the freezer, and you can actually fry these while they're still frozen. It doesn't matter. Now, I knew I was going to have these for dinner tonight, so I took 4 out of the box, because I think it was like $25 for a big box. I don't know how many you got in there. But I took 4 of them out and laid them in the refrigerator last night. But I have, the first night we got them, I actually fried them from frozen, and I mean, they were fine. I guess because they're thin enough. But now, when I showed them during a What I Ate Wednesday video, we put them with green beans and corn, but these are awesome on a sandwich. So this week we bought hamburger buns, and so we're gonna have pork tenderloin sandwiches on hamburger buns. So you could put lettuce and tomato and onion if you want. You could put, you could add a slice of cheese. We've had them with cheese before, and they're so tender. They're so tender that you can just bite right into them. They're very, very easy to eat. So, and they don't take long to fry either. And somebody asked me about making them in an air fryer, and this is just how we like them. We do have an air fryer. We own the air fryer, but we just like the flavor of them cooked, fried this way in oil. And it's it's not healthy, but it has a really good flavor like this. So I'm making 2 for me and 2 for Kevin, and just gonna fry them in this pan. And I'll show you what they look like when they come out. But if you watch that What I Ate Wednesday video, you'll have seen it already. So I like to add some salt and pepper to mine. I'll put it on here once and per side. So once this side is ready to flip, then I'll put another layer on the other side. So you see how they're getting brown around the edges? I figured somebody would ask me how I know when they're ready to flip. when you see them getting brown around the edges like that is when I flip them. And so, there we go. So that's how that looks. And this is the last one I added. But if you're not happy with how brown they are, if you want them browner, you can always flip them again later. But don't flip them too soon, because if you do, all your flour will come off. And I don't add as much salt and pepper to this side as I did to the first side. So I always have a plate ready on the side with a couple of paper towels so that the grease will get caught on the paper towels. But now Kevin's gonna eat his tonight on a bun with mayonnaise, and these look really good. And so he doesn't even put cheese on his. I wanted to show you all this Flush Force. This is one of those gross toys that are out now. We buy Gavin these little poopies, and I know that sounds gross, but he likes them. He loves them. And they're these little toilets, and you open them up, and they have like some figures in them, and they usually come with a little weapon and 2 figures. Look at that. So these are different though. I didn't realize that these were different until I gave him one, and so I had bought 2. And I told him, I said, next time I'm gonna show that on camera how that works, because that's different than just opening a toy and like opening the toilet and getting the prize out of it, which is, they don't look like poop. They're like multicolored. There's a yellow one and a blue one, and there's a green one, and they're not as disgusting as they sound. So the directions on this one, let's see. It says, number 1, you lift the back up. Do you take this paper off? No. Let's see. I don't know if you take that paper off or not.
I don't think so. Take all the plastic off.
Okay, there's no clear instructions on this. So Kevin and I were kind of talking. Do you take this plastic piece off or don't you? I'm gonna
instruction on the lid too.
I'm gonna take it off because it doesn't. Well, number 3 shows you taking the plastic off.
Well, leave it on then.
Okay, so I better leave it on. Okay, so it shows you take the back off, which there's paper in there. So we have to get that out. Okay. So then it shows you fill up the back of the tank with water. Okay. Now you put the lid back on. Oh! Is it supposed to overflow?
No.
It's not supposed to overflow? Well, no. It overflowed. Oh yeah, it's trying to come up through there.
It dissolves that paper. So pull that off.
Pull this off.
And there's a little thing in there.
Right here?
Yep.
Do I put my...
Yep, stick your finger in the poop.
Oh my goodness. This is, you can see, you better do this at the sink, in the bathroom, somewhere, because this makes a mess. So, and there's green in there too. Oh, okay. So see, this is one of the figures, so that's not gross looking at all. But I am sticking my fingers down in a toilet bowl. Okay, and here's the other figure. So I'm sure Gavin will like these. And then to pour the water out, you just take this off and you can pour it out. Actually, all that water went in the toilet. So I'm just gonna dump it out in the sink. But I just wanted to show you how that worked, because if you're used to the other toys, this one actually makes a mess. We are back at the cemetery. We were here last week, and I want you to look at these white flowers. Look how pretty they are.
Yeah, they popped up in the week.
Yes, these were not here last week. So we came to see, last week we came to see if some of the trees were in bloom, and that's the reason we're here again this week. So, and of course I always visit Mom while we're here, but I'm hoping, because I've seen pink trees. They're what are they called? Are they Japanese cherry blossoms, or yeah, what are they called?
Weeping cherries.
Weeping cherries. That's it. You know why I said that? Because I'm using Bath and Body Japanese cherry blossom hand soap in the bathroom. They're like weeping cherries or something back here, and I want to see if they have bloomed, because we've seen them in other parts of town where they're all pink. So I'm hoping that they'll yeah, the forsythia. You'll see them right here. Those are very pretty. There are more people. I can tell already there's more people here. I'm sure that people have the same idea that we have.
Yeah, I don't think they're out all the way. They're getting there. I think some of them are out.
It's amazing, these white flowers. They're so pretty. Yeah, you can see some of them are out. I can see them from here. So we didn't get to show you these last week. We'll show you this week. And those people in front of us are turning down there. Nope, no they didn't.
They're slow.
Well, I think you should. You should turn down through here. Yeah, there was nobody down here last week. This week, there are lots of cars because of these trees.
Yeah, it'll be prettier next week. Well,
yeah. So here's what they look like from this end. And if you watch last week's vlog, I said in that vlog, I said people park on the road because, you know, they want to park on the road because you can, but it does take away from the pictures. So if people would park like we're not on the road, then it would be a prettier picture without any cars in it. But I don't think people think about that necessarily. You know, they just want to drive under them. So, but anyway, they are very, very pretty. Kevin thinks that there's a lot more, that there'll be more bloomed next week. I don't know. It's supposed to rain though tomorrow.
Yeah,
it's supposed to.
Big wind, it might blow some out.
Yeah, it's supposed to rain for the next few days. And see, with these trees, they're kind of delicate, because once it rains a lot, sometimes those blooms fall off and you don't get them again. You could see in there better, but you can't.
Especially right here.
Yeah.
The fence they put up looks nice.
It does look nice. I've told you all before that I watch the Diz and the Diz Unplugged on YouTube. I absolutely love their channel. I think as far as covering Disney, all things Disney, and even Universal too, I think they're the best at it. I really do. They do lots of restaurant reviews. They do hotel reviews. They go in the parks and they do things. They have a weekly show that is like an hour long, where they talk about new things that are coming out and things that have happened, and even when it's drama or whatever, they talk about it. So this week they did a review. Of course, it'll be a week later for you all. Where are we going?
Close my trunk.
Oh, we just left Aldi and Kevin thinks the trunk is open. So we don't want it flying open on the interstate. Last week they did a show where they went to the Wave and they reviewed dinner at The Wave. The Wave is a restaurant that is located inside the Contemporary Resorts. That's like when you see pictures of Disney, it's one of those classic Disney hotels. It's the one that the monorail, it's right next to Magic Kingdom, and the monorail actually runs through it. So they're doing this review, and it freaked me out. The reason I'm repeating this is because telling you all about it is because it freaked me out what happened to him 2 separate times during the meal. There's one guy that was there, and he does not like cheese. Doesn't like cheese at all, doesn't care for any kind of cheese. So they looked at the menu, they ordered blah blah blah, they get the meal, he gets his salad, it has cheese all over it. The menu never said that it had cheese on it. Never said that it came with cheese. So then, this is what is really, really bothersome to me, worrisome, is they, Pete, the main guy, the guy that owns the Diz, he owns Dreams Unlimited Travel, he is a recovering alcoholic. He makes no bones about it. He'll tell you, I'm a recovering alcoholic. So when he's looking at a menu, guess what he's looking for? He's making sure that the food doesn't have alcohol in it. So for dessert, he ordered like this, some kind of like a sorbet flight. I don't know what they call it. It's like three different kinds of sorbet. And he took a bite out of it and immediately realized that it had alcohol in it.
And ice cream?
It was, yes. And that's why he said if I was ordering a tiramisu, he said I would have looked for alcohol, I would have expected alcohol, I would have asked about it. But because this was sorbet, he didn't even think to ask about it, and it was not on the menu. It never said anything. And I mean, he said, he made a good point. He said, you know, you have kids ordering this stuff, kids wanting to have this, and their excuse was, well, it cooks off. It's cooked off, or you know, but he. No, and he's a recovering alcoholic, and I felt so bad for him. I died for him. And you know, it's not like he immediately wants to go out and drink or something like that, but he said, you know, and he has had like tiramisu and things like that with it in there, but he said, I like to know. He said, if it's going to have it in there, even if it's cooked off, I like to know that it's going to be in there and not be surprised. And it really, really was disturbing to him that they put it in there and there was no mention of it on the menu. So that was twice that happened, where they're putting stuff in there and not putting it on the menu. And I just think that and that's kind of scary, because if you're allergic to something, then you're counting on them putting it on the menu. Or like him, recovering alcoholic. I mean, my goodness, I thought the whole thing, I just felt really bad.
Yeah, because that could have triggered it.
Yeah, absolutely. You know, it was horrible. So one other thing that they talked about going to the Wave, Pete had ordered his dinner. It was like a little bitty piece of meat. It was probably, it was a fillet. It was like this big around. And
a little thing of mashed potatoes.
Yeah, there was very, very little on his plate. And he said it was $35. No.
He said that wasn't bad for Disney.
No.
On Disney property.
Yeah, he said that was a really good price for, yeah. But, you know, when Kevin and I go to Disney, we eat in the parks. We usually we've said this many times before, we usually only eat like one real meal a day. And the rest of the time it's ice creams and snacky stuff and all that. But when we do eat that one meal a day, it's normally like Casey's Corner. It's a foot-long hot dog. Or
we eat two, usually. We eat a breakfast. Something that's like monstrous in the morning.
That's true, but it's not expensive. Like if
no, it's just a meal.
Yeah, like if we get a cinnamon roll, then it's, you know, it might cost $8 for that cinnamon roll, but I mean, it's not like a $35 meal. But we've never eaten at one of their expensive restaurants. They're sit-down restaurants. We've never done that before, and I'm sure it's absolutely delicious, but that's the reason why, is because $35 for just his plate. And it's just very, very expensive, but there are much, much more expensive.
Oh, I'm sure.
Yeah.
Probably some of them are 50 or 60.
I think the most expensive restaurant that I know of on Disney property is Victoria and Albert, and it is very, very upscale. You have to dress. Men have to wear jackets. It's that kind of a place. It's very, very fancy. I'm thinking it's like $300 minimum. Yeah.
I would never spend.
I'm talking about for 2 people.
Yeah.
I'm thinking, because I was thinking I had looked online for some reason, just because I was probably being nosy, and I'm thinking it's like $300 minimum for dinner there. And I'm thinking too, it might be one of those that you pay for before you actually get there. I'm not sure about that, but it just seems like that's what the deal was. I don't know how many people will remember this, but last summer, I guess it was last summer, I bought some bulbs, some peony bulbs at Lowe's, and we planted them, and I showed you all exactly where we planted them, but I mean, I don't remember now. But we do have something coming up. See these 2 little sticks? And we've never had anything like that coming up in this. There's another one, Kevin. That has to be, that's what it is, because there's another one. And we planted more. Oh, there's one. You almost stepped on it. Look. Oh my gosh. See it?
So we need to pull all these
yes. These weeds need to come up, because that's what that is. So,
one more back there.
Yeah, I think there's another one. So I don't expect them to actually do anything this year like flower, but it's nice to know that they survived and that something's going on. So I see at least 1, 2, 3, 4, and yeah, there's probably something else there. We were just at Walmart. I want to show you what we're going to give Andrew for his birthday. We are giving him $100 in cash. We're giving him this Xbox $25 gift card so he can buy things online. We got him a case of 24 Mellow Yellows because he loves them. And we got him 21 of these flavor packs. I'm going to take them in the house and put them in a bag. But yeah, we got him 21 of those just so that he won't have to buy them. Look what Ashley bought me. She bought me 2 peony bushes, and so now I won't have to wait for those other ones to start growing. I'll have these for this year, and then hopefully they'll get bigger and I'll have a lot more blooms next year. Tonight for dinner, I'm gonna make this my baked chicken, and I've done a recipe video. I'm pretty sure I've done a recipe video of this before. It's the one where I put taco seasoning and cheese and salsa, not salsa, what is that stuff called? Picante sauce. I literally could not think of the name. Picante sauce. But so right now I'm going to bake it, and it will probably bake for 45 minutes covered, and maybe for another 5 uncovered. And so right now I'm going to cover it up, and I'll put just a little bit of water in the bottom of the pan, set it for a timer for 45 minutes, and then I'll be back and show you what I'm going to do next. So it's been 45 minutes, and I'm just gonna check on this. and it looks good. So what I'm gonna do is leave it uncovered like this and put it back in the oven for another probably 10 minutes and then pull it out again. That way it'll get browner on top. So it's been 10 more minutes, but I'm gonna cut these open just to make sure that they're cooked all the way. One of these will be for me and one of them will be for Kevin. And Kevin's gonna have his with barbecue. In case you're wondering, he just likes his with barbecue sauce. He doesn't like to all the stuff that I like. Mine's more, I guess, a spicier. You know what? I'm gonna put them back in. They look pretty much done. I'm gonna put these back in the oven for another 10 minutes though, because I don't like there to be any pink at all when I make chicken. So it had 10 additional minutes in the oven, and I want to show you. Last time I made this, I used this Mason Cash. This is a Bakewell tart container pan. How would you say that? What is that, Kevin?
Tart pan.
Tart pan, yeah. It's just a Bakewell tart pan. I actually made this in here last time, and I'll just throw away all the juice and everything. I'm not going to use it. But I really liked using this this pan. It just worked really well. It has a lot of space because it's round. And so what I will do is, you could cut this into pieces, but I like it. I would rather have it shredded. I don't know why. I just think it's easier to eat. Once you put that picante sauce on it, it's just easier to pick it up and eat with your fork, and you don't have to worry about having a knife at all. And every time I bake this dish in the oven, Ashley says, that smells so good. So I never thought she would even try this, but she did try it, and she really liked it, and so she has made it for herself before. So I'm thinking when she made it for herself though, I don't think she used the mozzarella cheese, which I would miss the mozzarella cheese if I didn't make it that way. I just would. So I'm gonna keep shredding this, and then the next thing you'll see me doing is putting picante sauce. And I don't even, I think when I made the video, I actually measured it out. I don't even measure it out anymore. I just put, I've just put as much as I want, because it's not like it's a ton of calories anyway. I pretty much have that done. Okay, so, yeah, I'll tell you how many calories that picante sauce has in it, just in case you're curious, because it's not a lot. Salsa and stuff like that doesn't have a lot of calories. It is 10 calories for 2 tablespoons. So last time I just got a regular spoon and spooned it on here. I might just drizzle it this time. Might not even use a spoon. I'll use a spoon a little bit because I want to stir it up. But that's not going to be very many calories at all. It's just it adds flavor to it, and it also adds some wetness to it. Now you notice I did not spray this pan either, so you know it's not like you have to use vegetable oil or anything like that, and it doesn't stick. I've never noticed. I've never had a problem with it sticking. Honestly, no matter what pan I use, I've never had a problem with it sticking. So, and then I use my Old El Paso taco seasoning mix. I use the original, and I just use a teaspoon because it's plenty. It's very salty. There is a reduced salt, but I never think to look for it when I'm at the store. They do have a reduced salt though, because this is, it's pretty salty stuff, so you only need a teaspoon. And then the mozzarella cheese, the Kraft, this is 2%. So it is 80 calories for a 1/4 of a cup. And I don't weigh it. I just stick my 1/4 cup down in there and I sprinkle it over the top. Now, when I baked this chicken in the oven, I baked it at 375, but I've raised the temperature to 425. I'm gonna put just a little bit more cheese. Just a little bit more. I raised my temperature to 425 just so it'll heat quicker. But once this cheese is melted, this is done. And so I'll show you what it looks like then. So this is how it looks. And like I said, because I went ahead and shredded it, it's really easy to eat. I will eat this entire pan myself. It looks like a lot more than it is, but it's very filling because it's only that one chicken breast as you saw. So, and it'll, this pan will clean up really easy, but you don't have to have a knife or anything because it's shredded. So it's just a really nice meal. And if you wanted to, you could use those like Totino's scoops. And you could scoop this into those. I've done that before as well, and it's absolutely delicious. And put a little jalapeno on it. It's very, very good. I ate it all, every bit of it, and I'm full. I wanted to show you, though, how easy it should come clean. My water is already hot because while I was baking earlier, I took the opportunity to do the dishes. I always do that. I always try to stay on top of the dishes, and I even put them away. Just because if you're waiting anyway, then you're not doing anything. You might as well do the dishes in the meantime. So you can see a lot of that already came out. And like I said, I didn't use any vegetable oil or anything. And that, look how clean that is already. I mean, it's nothing. I don't understand why people don't, I know I'm cutting my head off, sorry. I just don't understand why people wash their dishes twice. I've said this many times before. But they'll like do what I'm doing right now and run the stuff underwater. So they're already wasting the water. They'll run the stuff underwater and then they'll put it in the dishwasher. I do not understand that. It makes no sense to me. It's like you've already gone to the trouble of washing each one of those dishes and now you're gonna put it in the dishwasher. Doesn't make any sense to me, but you see how clean that came off. And I really do like eating it out of this pan because it's spread out so much. So I'm glad I bought that. Even though I haven't had a tart in it yet, I want a Bakewell tart in it. Kevin and I have been doing all those Friendly's ice cream sundae reviews. So I looked up, went to their website that somebody had left me the link for, and I went to the locator, which is right up here at the top. You just click on it, and this is where the Friendly's are located. So we're down here in Kentucky. So you can see there are none in our area, and it looks like a lot of other people that watch us don't get the opportunity to go to Friendly's either because it's all on the East Coast, it looks like. Yeah, there's none on the West Coast at all. So it's all an East Coast company. Today is the day that we're going to plant my 2 peony bushes, and I changed my mind. Instead of putting one out front, I'm going to put them both back here. I wanted to put one out front next to our bushes. However, if we do that, I'm not going to be able to get behind the bushes, and neither will anyone else, to trim the bushes. It's hard enough getting behind those bushes as it is. So last year, you'll probably remember, no, it wasn't last year. I think it was the year before, honestly. Yeah, but it never does anything. Yeah, I planted a hydrangea and it never came up. So Kevin, are you going to plant both of them?
One here
and one there. I think you should do that. I would love that. And it'll take up that entire space once they come out. So, you all have met Annabelle Lee. There's Annabelle Lee. And I love Annabelle Lee. And she can, Annabelle Lee and her peonies. Her peonies. Peonies. And we still have bluegrass from a couple of weeks ago. Can you all see that? Yeah. We still have the bluegrass thanks to Ashley and her ideas.
Did you bring us anything?
The plants? No, they're up on the porch. Yeah, that dirt should be pretty good. All of the dirt in, yeah, you might find a rock. All of the dirt in here has been replaced a while back.
Watch out for Guido.
Yeah, you have to watch, yeah, because Guido's been coming out here all winter and we haven't. But as you can see, I never did. I think I said in a video, I said I need to come out here and really cut these rose bushes down so that they can start fresh. Really, they need to be cut down. I ought to do that today. It's pretty enough out here to do it. And we have room to throw them away. That way I can cut them before they start growing, because I swear this one already has some green coming out on it. Yeah, see the leaves right there? That already has leaves coming out on it, and it needs to be trimmed before that happens. So I think that's what I'm gonna do. I think I'll come out here. Well, I'm already out here. I think I'll go get my gloves on and I'll trim these real quick. But Kevin's gonna keep planting these. So here are both peony bushes, and I'm very excited about these. Annabelle Lee and her peonies. I love it. I know I'm a goofball. And then here are my mutilated rose bushes. But you know I'll be showing them to you throughout the summer. And they will be as big and bold as ever, I'm sure. And I need to get out here one day and get all the weeds and all that. Usually it takes me, that's an all-day thing, getting the weeds out, because I have to go all the way to the end down there. But once you've done it once, it's easier to do it the next time, so.
Flowers are really out now.
Mm-hmm, they are. We are back again at the cemetery. This is, I know, this is twice in the same vlog. I tell you what, those forsythia bushes are, I think, more yellow than they were in the beginning of the video.
They're very bright.
Yes, because I showed those earlier in the week. And we do have some daffodils too. But you just have to, yeah, these trees are out more. I can see them from here. You could see the pink off in the distance. That's where we're headed.
Do you want me to drive down through there?
Yeah, I'll drive down through there. And then we can, if I want to take pictures, we can take pictures from the other end like I did last time. Because I think they're fuller at that other end anyway. Is anybody else on this road, first of all? Because
actually,
I don't,
looks like they get cut out a little bit.
I don't want to, yeah, there's a car down here. I was going to say I don't want to ruin it with our car, but there is a car, somebody died. There is a car down here, so that's kind of.
Yeah, it looks like they can actually plume out a little bit more, fuller.
This is where the funeral will be today. Yeah, we always look, there's a board when you first come in. We're across from the pond in the back.
That's definitely where it's going to be, because they have the vault top sitting there.
Yeah. We always look at the board when we come in to see if there's going to be any funerals.
Because we're morbid looking.
I don't think it's morbid. The reason I look is because I'm wondering, I don't want to drive up on somebody's funeral, you know?
We have to look out for.
Yeah, we kind of look out for, you know, you don't want to drive up on somebody's funeral. So look at these white flowers on the ground. Some girls were sitting here just a while ago. They had their mom pull over and they were taking pictures sitting right there in the middle of those white flowers. So see, these people are smart. They're parked here so that they're not disturbing the view on the road.
Those girls got blended in. He's in green.
Yeah. So there is a photographer down there, a guy in green, and he's taking pictures. I think he's waiting for people to walk by. I've noticed that's what they do in London a lot too. The people I follow on Instagram, they literally have to spend like hours in one place on a bridge to wait until no one is coming so that they can get that perfect picture. Here's the construction downtown. There's a lot of traffic down here right now because, well, they have a whole lane blocked off. I don't know why they had it blocked off back there, because they're not actually blocking the street till they get up here. But they're working on this building hot and heavy. They've already released like restaurants and things like that are going to be inside.
Seems like it'd be further along than it is.
Yeah, it really does. It does seem like it's taken a long time, but they started down in the ground with the parking, so it's just
well, they had financial
slow.
issues for a while.
Right. Wonder what that is on that that hook. It doesn't look like anything.
Well, I think it's oh no, they were just, that's the thing. Don't pick it up. There's nothing on it.
Nothing on there. Yeah. Wonder how much that hook weighs. Just the hook.
Oh.
Like if you just took just the end of that hook off, how much would that weigh? 50 pounds?
Oh no, Lord, no.
No, you don't think that hook weighs that much?
I bet it weighs twice or 3 times that. I bet
Oh,
that weighs 1,000 pounds.
oh, okay. I thought you were saying you thought that was too much.
No, I bet you that weighs 1,000 pounds.
Oh, okay. So yeah, they're busy all the way down through here. We just got this box from Mona, and all I did was took the her address off the top of it. So I have not peeked inside yet. Mona did send me a message on Facebook though, and she told me, she said that we haven't tried anything in here. She said there was a variation of something we have tried, but we haven't tried this exact whatever she sent. Let's see. Okay, be careful. Oh, okay. Piedmont Dark or pie, how do you say that? Lent? Creamy Giangua dark chocolates with the finest Italian whole hazelnuts. I'm trying to read this word and I can't read that script. I wonder if it's written out. No, finest whole hazelnuts from Italy, enrobed with rich and creamy Giangua dark chocolate. Discover this precious creation from the Lent master chocolatiers. But it doesn't have that word written to where I can read it. So what I do when I see something like that and I can't read it, I will go to their website and I will see how it looks typed out, because it's like, okay, what is that supposed to look like? Because I just don't even know. I cannot wait to try those. And then, ooh, Lent milk chocolate minis. These are little milk chocolate eggs, and those are very pretty. And then, yeah, the last thing, let's see. You know, Kevin normally opens these, so we know that Kevin just loves opening this packaging. This is why she wrote fragile on here. What is this? Ooh, Lent hazelnut spread. Cocoa hazelnut spread. I cannot wait to try this. I have never seen that in the store before, so I can't wait. So we have a little Lent video coming up from Mona. So thank you very much, Mona. Tonight for dinner, Kevin is making us some bacon. And we've never had this bacon before. It's the Hormel All Natural. Yeah. Is that what it is? Yeah, so we're going to have that. And we're going to have actual BLT. So bacon, lettuce, tomato, and mayonnaise. So I'll show you my sandwich once I put it together. So I'm going to make my BLT. I toasted 2 pieces of bread. This is my light mayonnaise that I like. And I tried a piece of this natural bacon. It's really good. It tastes just like normal bacon. Ashley said that she didn't know why it was necessarily supposed to be any different, but it is. But it's really good bacon. So I'm gonna just we made a whole package of it, so it's not like, and I don't know how many calories or anything this is, so I'm just enjoying this. But here's my lettuce. I'm just gonna put some of that on there. And tomato, I usually don't get a lot of tomato, just 1. And then I like to cut mine in half. So I'm gonna end the vlog for the week. And I hope you all enjoyed it. And I hope to see you next week. But right back here, if you have not checked out my blog, please check it out. It is tammydun.net. So thanks for watching.